Hello, happy Wednesday. Middle of the week, the day. Get a little chill music. Wait for some people to join us. We're going to talk about mastering our metabolism tonight. I'm sorry, I kind of flipped the script a little bit. People may have been watching or waiting for men's health, and I promise I'm going to do that perhaps next week. But I thought this week would actually be really fitting to do a live on the mastering your metabolism stuff that we're doing. So that's where we're at. Hi everybody that's joining. Feel free to tag people in the comments to draw their attention to this if they've been somebody looking to master their metabolism, you know, or swap out maybe some unhealthy negative habits for some healthy, vibrant, high vibe ones. My brain feels a little mushy tonight, so please bear with me. I'm not feeling 100% my best, but I'm gonna try my best still. Okay, so as everybody's joining, hello. Dang, what are we talking about? So nice to have you back. I don't know what our coordinates are down here. What are our coordinates down here, Kathy? I feel like you would be the gal that would know. I'm glad you're home. Welcome home, sweet babe. And I get to see you this weekend and hang with you. So excited about that. I'll be on Pender Island with my Pender Island team, doing some magical unicorn stuff, you know, teaching people about oils. I'm really excited about that. We've got some great things happening here in the Central Oil Parlor. Okay, so let's curb the music. I'm a little late hopping on. Let's talk about mastering our metabolism. One more thing that I wanted to do just to feel prepared is to give me please 1 second. I just want to pull up the information for the skinny jeans. So happy to have you guys join me. Find yourself a nice comfortable place to sit. Maybe make yourself a cup of tea. What am I looking for? Skinny jeans. Making sure that I know what I'm talking about. Thanks for your patience. Okay. The pen popper. Okay. Okay. So I am just wondering about some feedback so far. How does everybody feel like the Master Your Metabolism campaign is going? Do you feel like there are juicy nuggets that are good takeaways? Do you feel like it's easy to follow? I'm interested to hear some feedback, so throw that up in the comments. Okay, so the skinny jean is yarrow palm. Sorry, yarrow palm. We're doing that in a veggie cap. So I'm just going to kind of cover the product for the skinny jean, and then we're going to go into the Mastering Your Metabolism, and we're just going to talk about the product. I just want this to be a space. I wanted to create this space for you guys just so that you could ask questions, just to really feel like we're together and we're connected, and we could kind of bang out the Mastering Your Metabolism details, maybe help with some areas, or you guys are finding some areas that you'd love to share with. So skinny jeans, and the reason I want to bring this up first is because as we start to move into the Master Your Metabolism, like the daily protocol for resetting your metabolism, is the capsule with the skinny jeans product. I'd like to show you where to implement that. So if you're somebody who was looking to do that, and there was quite a few of you that were, and so I just want to do that. Okay, so I see your thing, Rochelle. I'm totally gonna circle back around. Okay, so yarrow palm in a drop, 2 drops of each oil that I'm gonna show you. You're gonna go yarrow palm. You're gonna go 2 drops frankincense, 2 drops turmeric, 2 drops pink pepper, and I know some are swapping out pink pepper for black pepper. It's totally doable. And 2 drops of copaiba. So there are those 5 single oils. Yarrow palm I'm considering as a single, even though it's in the pomegranate, cold pressed pomegranate carrier oil that like really boosts its benefits. So 2 drops of each, so you're doing 10 drops into one of these capsules. You can get these through the US and Canadian market. They are a veggie capsule, which means that they are made from sea, ocean plant. That's what the veggie cap is. So it's not a animal gelatin, it is a plant gelatin, and that is what the veggie cap is. So 2 drops each of that into, and so here's a little pro tip. If you want to pre-make your Skinny Jeans capsules to implement in daily, you could do that for, okay, so you make them and then you would lay them on, like some people would do it in like those little mini, I've seen people do it in little mini, what is the word I'm looking for? In a mini ice cube tray. That's what I'm trying to say. The day, all the things in the day are starting to catch up with my few-year-old brain injury. So sometimes just later in the day, I get to be like all maxed out. So right here, I'm using copaiba. I push that to the roof of my mouth and I like it right here. This is where I actually hit my head. So I'm just trying to bring clarity. So you can pre-make, back on track, 2 drops each. Put them into your veggie capsule, put the lid on, and you can put them on a plate, or I've known of people to put them in ice cube trays. You can put them in the freezer and freeze them. So that is an option. If you're somebody who tends to lean towards preparation, and I commend you, and applaud you for being somebody who sets yourself up for success with like teeing up your mornings or your nights, or preparing. Being prepared is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Hey, Ginny. We got Elfrida, Rochelle, Kath, Tamara, Lori. So glad to have you gals. Okay, so Rochelle is saying, I've been able to work on the oils, but haven't tried any recipes. That's okay. You be gentle and kind with yourself. The reason that I put them into an album is so that it was going to be an easy place for people to go back and see in order how we basically rolled it out into the group. And so I'm going to attach things there, but you can also, I'm just going to make it easy to find. So that's why I created, the album. So be gentle and kind with yourself. Okay, why is your pick backwards? Might want to look at that. Oh yeah, so there is a thing here that I could do. I could do this. Where is it? Swapping? Nope, that's inviting. I can invite you on. Always the thing. Okay, so I think I would tap this. Choose your live mode. So live video, draw, bring a friend, mystery mask. I could put on a mask. Popular masks. I won't do that. There is a way that you can swap your video, but yes, I am backwards. You're right, I am. You can just take them sublingually. Yes, you could do that as well, but I would encourage, okay, so let's just be clear. So and for me, myself as well, sublingually means that you would just drop it under your tongue. Is that what you mean, Leslie? Versus doing it in a veggie cap. So, or you could do it in a shot glass. You could do it, say this doesn't have raw coconut oil. in it. You could put the 2 drops of each oil in here with a little bit of water, and you can shoot it that way too. Yes. So instead of putting it in a veggie cap. So the choice is yours. Whatever feels easy, fluid. Our goal is to set ourselves up for success. Always the goal. So if sublingually, I like that word. Hi, Amanda. So if that works for you, then get on with your bad self, girlfriend. So we're going to gather all of our oils, like I have tonight. Gathered all the oils for the Slim and Sassy Skinny Jean. Then we've got our Master Your Metabolism. So we've got our Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend. These little bitties, for those who are very interested, look a lot like DDR Prime, very little vitamin E capsule type thing. They taste really nice, pepperminty, grapefruit. They taste a lot like the gum when you first put it in your mouth. So our first steps to success is gathering all of our products. And I got my Slim and Sassy gum. I've got my Lifelong Vitality Pack. I've gathered all my things. And then you're going to make a plan. You're going to use the worksheets that have been created for us, and finding the things that get you motivated. Maybe that is some self-care stuff, maybe that's some personal development, maybe that's digging into this group and finding the things that really like fire you up. Maybe that's listening to a podcast, maybe that's working out, maybe that's creating a vision board. That's what that is up there. On my Zoom you can't see it, but that's what that is up there. And ultimately, you guys just be gentle and kind with yourselves as you're leaning into something new. So getting motivated. And change starts with us. Change starts with the decision that we decide to make. And if you fall off the wagon or what have you, just hop back on. Just hop back on. Big deal. We had a piece of cake. Who cares? Let's enjoy the cake, and then let's still take our Skinny Jean capsules with our LLV to try and work and change our habits to master our metabolism. So our lifelong health and vitality depends on many factors. So it depends on our diet, and depends on our physical activity, our weight management, our rest, our stress management, our exposure to toxins. I talk a lot about that. You guys know that I get super fired up about clean products and learning how to choose clean products and things like that. Also, our inherited genetic predispositions for disease and our wellness. Historically, what has come before us in the generation of women in your family strains, and if you're a man, then what has the male lineage looked like? Like wellness, historically wellness in your family. You know, is it cognitive? Is it heart health? Is it like sugar and pancreas and things like that? So while some of these variables are beyond our complete control, breakthrough science research is revealing many ways we can influence and even control significant factors of aging and wellness. So a long life full of vitality and healthy aging. I mean, I know that my goal is to grow old as gracefully as I possibly can. So healthy aging begins with providing our cells, and we're made up of trillions of cells. That's what our bodies are made up of, with essential nutrients and metabolic factors to help them perform optimally. Hey, Brody, how's it going? Nice to have you with us. I hope you stick around for a bit. So those metabolic factors, they help us to perform optimally, and a lot of doTERRA's products, our proprietary lines, product of oils and supplements, can help us support us in that and our efforts. And along with a healthy diet and regular exercise routine, you know, that old chestnut song, same old song and dance, take the next step in your health. I encourage you. in your health journey and learn how to master your metabolism. And we're doing it together. We're in this together. Everybody, I want to see everybody be successful, because I think that there is nothing better than just creating your life, curating your life around high vibe, health, wellness, and that's like mental health, that's physical health, that's health history, all of that stuff. I think that when I look back to where I started, when I first started with doTERRA to where I am now, just so many things have aligned for me, and just slowly over time, I've gotten to this place, and it feels good. It feels really good, and I can only get better. And I love to help people, and I've fallen in love with a product that has done this for me, and I want to help others feel the same way. Healthy. All right, so first off, the Mastering Metabolism starts with a healthy foundation. So if you're new around here, you might not have heard me talk about this, but if you've been here a while, a hot second, you'll know that I have been talking about the Lifelong Vitality Pack for some time. This trio of bioavailable supplements, minerals, omegas, cellular energy, bone health, stress management, cardiovascular health. This is a really whole food. It's a whole food supplement and your body recognizes it as like a whole food plant material, so your body easily and readily absorbs it. But this creates such a good foundation. We can turn to oils for health concerns and issues and ailments and things all day long, but I have to tell you that one of the first things that I'm always going to refer to is this vitamin supplement, and it's for good reason. It has been formulated to reach 100% of our daily nutritional needs based on an average diet. They contain the equivalent of over 12 servings of fruits and vegetables. They provide necessary vitamins and minerals, and we need minerals in order for our vitamins to absorb in the body. Just a little tip. To support a healthy body, enhance metabolic function, and provide powerful antioxidants designed to promote energy and health. So the suggested use when you're leaning into taking a supplement, this supplement, who here has taken a supplement before? Who's with me live? And even if you're watching the replay, send me some likes or some hearts and letting me know if you do take or if you have taken a supplement in the past that has turned your urine fluorescent yellow. I would be like, beep, 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 me, because, number one, good on you for taking a stand and taking ownership of your health. And I think that people who want to take a supplement are really trying, like you're headed in the absolute right direction. But sometimes where supplements can fall flat for us is the synthetic stuff that is like heavily processed. And if you've been around here a little while, you know that I have this huge passion for quality. Hey, Crystal, congratulations on your news, babe. Good for you, Mama. So proud of you. If you guys have been here around for a while, you know that I am a sourcing snob. And knowing where and how our supplements are created, how they're sourced, how they're formulated is something that should be really taken note of when you are thinking about introducing something literally into your body, into your lifestyle. So we're going to take 2 pills. We're going to lean into this because this has got 100% of that daily nutritional needs. And if you have been somebody who hasn't maybe been eating the healthiest for all the reasons, everybody has their reasons, you'll want to lean in by starting to take 1 each once in the morning for a week, and then your second week. And so I go into all of these really heavily, actually, in I forget what we called it. I think we called it Healthy Family So that live learning series, you could go into the search function of this group and you can find and search healthy family. And that was one of the beginning of the live learning series. I think there's also a video section. Maybe, am I doing it right? Maybe it's along this side, or maybe I should point to that side if you're looking. I don't know. It's along the side where there's like discussion, announcements, files, photos, videos. So you'll find those videos there. And if you're having trouble, just post in the group and somebody will help you out. Hold on a second. I've got to grab myself a tissue. A tissue. For whatever reason, my nose decided to just kind of like, you know, awkwardly drip. Bodily functions. Okay, so we talked about taking one each once a day for a whole entire week. Be as consistent as you can. If you miss a day and what have you, like, just hop back on. Keeping track is a good thing, like on a calendar with like a little purple X or something. So then the second week, you're going to take 2 of each for 1 week, and they eventually want you to take up to 4. So you build up to in a 4-week period. So with that being said, I am still somebody who actually just prefers to take 2 a day, twice a day. I take it in the morning and then I take it with lunch or in kind of like the middle afternoon. That just works for me. I feel like taking 4 of each 4 times a day, it doesn't work, but I'm still getting the benefits. That's what works for me. So you kind of find out what you're doing, but don't go full bore as you start off. So you take the morning and evening or lunchtime. The Alpha CRX actually, I find, maybe keeps me awake a little bit further into the night than I would like. So I stay away from it past like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Okay, so Yarrow Pump, so that's fantastic. Also, this is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you try it and you're just not really feeling like it is giving you some gel sounds and like making you feel better, you know, bowel movements, clear skin, clear brain, the fog maybe has lifted, things like that. You're going to want to take a lot more water. When you're drinking a lot more water, we'll probably get to that too in my notes here, but drinking half your body weight in ounces is a really good idea, especially, well, just in general, but especially if you're going to be taking a supplement. It helps, the supplements will help to like move sludgy things from the body. All right, so Yarrow Palm is one of my newest loves. Got it at convention. I went through this bottle pretty quick, so now I'm working on my new 30 ml, but this is an empty bottle. Just using it for prop's sake. But Yarrow Palm is an expertly crafted proprietary blend of yarrow essential oil and cold pressed pomegranate seed oil. It's designed to be your go-to for a true inside-out approach to aging, vitality, and overall wellness. When taken internally, it can support a healthy inflammatory response and at the source, as well as promotes healthy metabolic function. The suggested use for this is to consume 1 to 2 drops in the morning and at night to support a healthy metabolism. And so together in that skinny jean combo of the other 5 oils, frank turmeric, pink pepper, and copaiba, Yarrow Palm, you would be doing that with the skinny jean to support a healthy metabolism. Yarrow Palm is also, it gives you just this really amazing dewy glow. It helps to boost collagen. That anti-aging from the inside out is I'm finding it to be a really true statement. So I do like 4 or 5 drops on my face, and my décolletage is what this is here, which a lot of women tend to neglect, and then their chests look older than their face, or and so I take a drop and I put it in my mouth as well. So the Slim and Sassy soft gels. So you saw me take one of those. This metabolic blend combines powerful essential oils known to promote a healthy metabolism, manage hunger, promote a positive mood when ingested. So when used in combination with a healthy eating plan and exercise plan, it can help you reach and maintain your weight management goals. So the suggested intake, or the suggested use for this, is to take 2 to 3 drops of the Slim and Sassy essential oil. Oh, I thought I brought that out. Slim and Sassy essential oil into a veggie capsule. Or you can do 1 soft gel prior to meals just to help control appetite. So it would likely help with a little portion control, filling you up faster than if you were to not take it. So the Slim and Sassy gum, this is a fan favorite in our house. My kids really like it. They ask for it all the time. It's a really delicious gum. It provides an easy yet tasty way to stay on track with your weight management goals. So if you're wanting to like reach for that piece of chocolate, dark chocolate's fine. It's the milk chocolate that you want to like kind of maybe stay away from. So don't deprive yourself from chocolate. Have the dark chocolate. Eat the dark chocolate. It's good for you. High in antioxidants. It's good for you. But if you're thinking like, 1 more piece of cake, or maybe I should have a piece of gum. Each piece is sugar-free. It has 1 drop of the Slim and Sassy essential oil blend in it, and it's really gushy. It's a solid gum. There isn't like that gusher gum. I don't know if anybody remembers that gross gusher gum. But it's really nice. It's a really nice size. I don't want to chomp away like a cow chewing her cud, but they are a really nice size. So there's like it's a big piece, bigger piece of gum. It's really nice. It's substantial. So there's 1 drop of the Slim and Sassy essential oil blend in that. And it's got long-lasting flavor. It helps to curb the cravings and manage hunger. So chew 1 piece of gum is needed throughout the day to manage hunger and curb cravings. It's a great way to help. All right, so let's talk about making a plan. Consistency is key. This is the protocol of mastering your metabolism. So this would be something that you would do as you're trying to realign. Upon waking, it's a good idea to take, this is where I would implement the skinny jean. So upon waking, hey Sarah, good to see you, girl. Too many oils. All right, so upon waking, we are going to take each, hey babe, we're going to take 2 drops of each, either sublingually in a shot glass or in another water glass and fill it up with some water, or in a veggie cap. So 1 to 2 drops of each in an empty veggie cap or directly into the tongue or in the water. And then with breakfast, so that's probably the first thing you do, maybe before brushing your teeth, like whatever it is the first thing that you do in the morning, do that. And then breakfast, however long down the road that is for you, you're going to take your Lifelong Vitality Pack. You can either take 1 of each or 2 of each, plus 2 to 3 drops of Slim and Sassy. You can put the drop of that into your water bottle and then fill it up. Or you can take a soft gel prior to eating. So then you're going to go about your day, you're going to do the things, you're going to make as healthy choices as you feel. But if you feel like having a French fry 1 day out of the week, have the friggin' French fries. But most of the time you want to be choosing healthy options, of course. Okay, so at lunchtime you're going to again take another metabolic blend or the oil in the capsule, either or, and it's just going to be a soft gel prior to eating. So then with myself, I would also take my second LLV dose, 1, 2, 3, and with lunch. And then at dinner or supper, I mean, I call it supper, at supper time, if you're somebody who wants to continue to take the LLV, take your LLV, take your soft gel, and then eat your supper. And then at bedtime, you are going to go skinny jean, and you can do that in a 1T. You can do that in the water. The 1T would be considered sublingually, but not scalding hot. So when you bring your tea kettle to a boil, either stop just before it comes to that rapid thing and turns off, or however you're doing it, or whistles, or let it do that and then wait like 15-20 minutes before you mix. So it's still going to be hot, but not like crazy hot. You know what I mean? So all day, it's suggested to have a glass, to have Slim and Sassy in your water. You could also switch it up and do any of the citrus oils, green mandarin, grapefruit, lemon, lime is nice. You could do that. And then use the Slim and Sassy gum as needed, as you would need to. And if you're new to using yarrow pom, they suggest starting with 1 drop. So instead of doing 2 drops of each for the skinny jean morning, first thing, and night, last thing, use all 1 drop of each of those. Okay, so building healthy habits. Here's some tips surrounding building healthy habits. So consume a diet. The first tip is to consume a diet based on consumption of whole foods. The foundation of almost any healthy goal begins with proper nutrition. I'm not sure if any of you have seen, but recently the Canadian nutritional guide has changed. They have eliminated more of dairy products and added in more fresh produce from plants. So that's exciting. There's change a-coming. So the foundation of almost any healthy goal begins with proper nutrition. The more a food is externally processed, the less it needs to be internally processed and to be utilized by the body. Whole foods are more nutrient dense. They're less energy dense. They contain higher amounts of fiber and take longer to be processed in the body. So the encouragement is to skip the bag and the box aisles and stick to the perimeter of the grocery store. The second tip for building healthy habits, and these are things that are, fairly straightforward. You'd have to be living under a rock to really not know these ones, but maybe the second one would be new information for people. The proteins and the fats. So protein and fat require more time to break down into their usable parts than carbohydrates. And a recent study in Cell Press mapped out the signals between your gut and your brain, finding that protein increases satiety through modulating mu-opioid receptors. These receptors regulate brain-gut communication, and when combined with primarily carbohydrate meals, dietary fat has been shown to slow digestion in the small intestine. So the third tip is to drink more water. Your gastric mechanoreceptors can't differentiate between food and water. They only respond to the volume of the substance passing through. I didn't know that. Water quickly passes through without need of processing, but can still temporarily trick your body into thinking that it is full. And if you're having hunger pangs, but have already met your energy needs for the day, try a glass of water first. The fourth tip is to utilize your sensory cues. So if you smell your food before putting it in your mouth, or you use a smaller plate, or you chew your food intentionally longer before swallowing, can help to maximize the oral sensation, and all of these small things prolong this cephalic stage and subconsciously increase food satisfaction. So that's a really interesting fact too, or tip in fact. Okay, so experiment. Our fifth tip is to experiment with meal timing and frequency. So contrary to controversial belief, studies have demonstrated that skipping breakfast has no negative effects on how the rest of your day goes, on whether or not you overeat or not. So, and may result in a reduction in calorie intake. Some people call this intermittent fasting, or they're cycling between extended periods of fasting and shorter periods of fasting And it's actually gaining popularity, and there is plenty of scientific research to back up its efficacy, which is exciting. Experimenting with meal timing and frequency can help you find the meal regimen that's going to work best for you. Everybody's physiological makeup is different. And I think that it's important to experiment and to figure out and find out what it is that works best for you. Relieving stress and anxiety. And they're common. They're common experiences for most people. In fact, 70% of the adults in the US say they feel stressed or anxious on a daily basis. So here are 8 simple ways to relieve stress and anxiety. Number 1, reduce your caffeine intake. Caffeine is a stimulant. It's found in coffee, tea, chocolate, energy drinks, and high doses can increase anxiety. People have different thresholds of how much caffeine they can tolerate. If you notice that caffeine starts to take over and make you feel jittery and anxious, consider cutting back. And if you feel like you would appreciate an all-natural energy boost, try inhaling peppermint or diffusing citrus oils, or you can try our Mito2 Max as well, which is a whole food supplement, much like the LLV, but only it's formulated to help feed the mitochondria in our cells that are responsible for energy stores. All right, so another way is to write down how you're feeling. So one way to handle stress is writing it down. Another way is recording what you were grateful for. Gratitude may help relieve stress and anxiety by focusing your thoughts on what's positive in your life. Third tip, spend time with friends and family. I would encourage high vibe friends and family, friends that make you want to do better, that push you to grow and to step outside of your comfort zone in a healthy way. Friends and family can act as a sounding board and lend support. Fourth, for managing stress and anxiety, laugh. Did you know that laughter can also improve your immune system and your mood? Try watching a funny TV show or hanging out with friends who make you laugh. So Rochelle says, the liver appreciates having a break from dealing with food all the time. Intermittent fasting gives it a chance to catch up on its other jobs. That's a really good point, Rochelle. That's a thank you for saying that. There was a recent study, I'm not sure, have to think about where it was, but that actually when the body's digesting food, it's actually quite hard on it. So fasting is a welcome change for the body at times. So learning to say no. Not all stressors are within your control, but some are, and can take control over the parts of your life that you can change and are causing you stress. Letting them go would just be so freeing. The sixth thing is avoiding procrastination. Procrastination can lead you to scrambling to catch up. This can cause stress, which negatively affects your health and your sleep quality. Practicing mindfulness is our seventh tip. Mindfulness describes practices that anchor you in the present moment. It can help combat the anxiety-inducing effects of negative thinking. And a recent study in college students suggested that mindfulness may help increase self-esteem, which in turn lessens symptoms of anxiety and depression. And the eighth tip is to diffuse. Diffuse those essential oils. You have them, so we should diffuse them. See my Lumo giving us a good run back here. So using essential oils may help reduce your feelings of stress and anxiety. Here are some of the most calming scents: lavender, rose, vetiver, Roman chamomile, frankincense, ylang ylang, and geranium. There's quite a few others as well. We've got a balance blend, we've got a console blend, the peace blend is really nice. All right, so let's talk about catching some quality sleep. Let's talk about those Z's. So if you're trying to lose weight, the amount of sleep you get is just as important as your diet and exercise. And here are 6 reasons why getting a good quality sleep is essential for overall health as well as weight loss. Okay, so the first tip of those 6 is But studies have found that poor sleep is associated with weight gain and a higher likelihood of obesity in both adults and children. And people's sleep requirements vary, but generally speaking, research has observed changes in weight when people get fewer than 7 hours of sleep a night. The second tip is that many studies have found that people who are sleep deprived report having an increased appetite, likely due to its effect on hormones that signal hunger and fullness. The third tip is poor sleep can decrease your self-control and decision-making abilities and increase the brain's reaction to food. Poor sleep has been also linked to increased intake of foods high in calories, fats, and carbs. Poor sleep can increase, okay, so here's our fourth tip. Poor sleep can increase your calorie intake by increasing late night snacking, portion sizes, and the time available to eat. And fifth, your resting metabolic rate, your RMR, is the number of calories your body burns when you're completely at rest. It's affected by age, by weight, by height, sex, and muscle mass. And poor sleep may decrease your RMR, although findings are mixed. So one contributing factor seems to be that poor sleep can cause muscle loss. It's an interesting thing, an interesting finding. And our sixth and final reason is just a few days of poor sleep can cause insulin resistance, which is a precursor to both weight gain and type 2 diabetes. Insulin is a hormone that moves sugar from the bloodstream into your body's cells to be used as energy. And when cells become resistant, more sugar remains in the bloodstream, and the body produces more insulin to compensate. So the excess insulin makes you hungrier and tells the body to store more calories as fat, ultimately causing weight gain. All right, so those are 6 reasons for why getting a good quality sleep is essential for overall mastering our metabolism. Okay, so here's some troubleshoot sleep troubles. If you find that you're someone who struggles to fall or stay asleep, consider the following products. Okay, so the first is the Serenity Soft Gels. We have a Serenity Restful Blend. It has gone through a clinical study. It was a success. But takes 1 to 2 soft gels prior to bed to encourage a restful sleep and to calm the nervous system. I'm talking too much. So diffuse vetiver before bed for a calming and grounding effect on emotions. You could also diffuse the Serenity before bed to promote relaxation or balance is also another option. Peace. Some people find lavender and wild orange to be really nice. You can kind of find your concoction and rotate through it. Rotate through the oils. Maybe, for a few days you're using balance, and then you switch gears and you're using Serenity, and then you switch gears and maybe you're using copaiba and lavender, or bergamot and copaiba, or bergamot and lavender, or the peace blend, or the console blend. Kind of rotate through, see where the sweet spot is. But they can help promote relaxation, ease anxious feelings, and evoke feelings of tranquility and balance. And ultimately, I find that vetiver is a really good one for calming the thoughts, the racing thoughts. So sometimes people have a hard time settling because just the thoughts just keep taking over. All right, moving on to 8 realistic ways to improve your diet. Make a meal plan. Eat the rainbow. Your cells cannot survive without a variety of vitamins. So when we are eating an assortment of plants in varying colors, the body thanks you for it. So next time you're going to cook a dish, challenge yourself to include as many colors as possible. I like to do this with salad. We have also a Terra Greens supplement that's really good. We call it Ninja Turtle food. My boys like it in plain yogurt, in like a plain Greek yogurt. It's really nice. And it's also quick for on the go. You can add it to smoothies. It's sweetened with like mango and pineapple. It's really nice. Eating anti-inflammatory foods. Inflammation feeds disease in the body. So when we're eating more foods that have omega-3 fatty acid, it's going to help boost our immune systems. And other examples of anti-inflammatory foods include things like salmon, tuna, and salmon, I would say, not farmed, but wild salmon, tuna, tofu, walnuts, and flax seeds are anti-inflammatory food. Swapping out sugar for dates. Dates won't spike your blood sugar, and they're a rich source of potassium as well. Eat until you're 80% full, and then evaluate, are you still hungry? Plan your treats. Some people have a big cheat meal each week, meaning they give themselves permission to eat whatever they want for a day, and others favor one small cheat a day. Whichever you prefer, plan it out. A plan sets you up for success, keeps you consistent. Go vegetarian for a day. Do meatless Mondays. People have fun with that. You can do like a bean and cheese burrito night. You may find that giving up meat for a day will result in higher vegetable consumption, which is always a nice goal to have, eating the rainbow in a day. And using a supplement to aid in digestion. So this has been a really game-changing product for me, is Terrazyme. Having your digestive tract clear can help with absorption of food. Our body absorbs, our intestines absorb food once it gets to that area of our digestive system, and it's just a nice way to aid in digestion. All right, so we've got some really great recipes being posted in the Master Your Metabolism. I think that those graphics are fairly self-explanatory. If you come across like the breakfast granola cups, how it's encouraging you to, the one ingredient calls for a tablespoon of sesame seeds and you just don't have them, I'd encourage you to go ahead and make the recipe anyways. You could swap out sesame seeds for, say, hemp seed or chia seeds. You could do that. If you use chia, just add a little bit more liquid because the chia does absorb liquid. So don't get hung up on like exact specifics. With the quarter cup of honey or maple syrup, if you're somebody who's just really interested in staying away from sugars, even if they're a naturally occurring plant sugar, just eliminate it. I feel like there's a lot of give in recipes, except for maybe when you're baking, it gets a little bit more chemistry driven. But I'm finding the recipes in this Master Your Metabolism to be really fun. And there is an overnight oats recipe too that I'm going to be posting really soon, so you can watch for that. And that's really healthy. That's like organic. And one thing that I want to talk about, I know that organic seems really pretentious, but it's with really good intention. I've learned a lot about what organic means in our essential oil and the essential oil industry and plants and in products and things like that. And I highly encourage organic whenever you can. I feel like we're quite lucky here on the West Coast. I think that because there is such a high demand for it, that the prices of organic products are actually decreasing. And so that's a really good thing, because we are showing as consumers, the big corporations, that is where we want to spend our money. And so they're able to lower the price and things like that. I don't exactly know how the prices work, but I know that it is consumer driven. So organic whenever you can, because there is a lot of like pesticides and things, specifically like Roundup, glyphosate is being found in even organic foods now because they've been using it for so long, since 1974. But like the dirty dozen foods, those include fruits and vegetables that have like a really soft skin. So strawberries, peppers, zucchini, cucumbers, radish. Those are spinach, lettuces. Those are all fruits and vegetables. Apples are all fruits and vegetables that really can take on and absorb a lot of those pesticides. And so when we're choosing organic, the goal is to eliminate more, like to have less of the pesticides that is being taken on by those fruits and vegetables. So some of the ones that aren't as necessary to be organic are things like melons, oranges, avocados, things like that. Celery is a part of a dirty dozen, and carrots are a part of a dirty dozen. So just kind of getting to know what that looks like. You can go to the environmentalworkinggroup.org website, and you can search just EWG Dirty Dozen, and the Environmental Working Group. I can spend hours combing through that website and researching just the differences in, you know, the health and wellness industry, and the fairy dusting that goes on, and, you know, the Dirty Dozen fruits and vegetables and things. And it's just, I like it. I feel like it's a nice way to kind of gauge on what I feel is acceptable for our family to be consuming, and what is not. So we've got Thursday and Friday. There'll be some recap stuff on Friday that you'll see from this Master Your Metabolism stuff. I hope you're enjoying it as much as me. I've learned a lot of really neat and new things with this campaign. And it's, the best part is it's archived here in this group, so that at any point, if this is just not the right time for you, and you find that you're in the future, or you plan a date that you're going to immerse yourself in it fully, that's fantastic. But if you just take nuggets like the dry brushing that's coming, so good. You know, maybe if you swap out just a regular bath and you include Epsom salt, whatever your takeaways are, good on you. Good on you for making choices, healthy choices that make you feel good. All right, so there are some really great salads that I will make sure that I include. Turmeric tea latte. So yes, be sure to be using the worksheets that are being provided to you. You can find those in the file section, or you can find them in the ebook as well. So the information that I pulled tonight was reading from the ebook, and I thought that was just be an easy, fluid, simple way that if you yourself wanted to share this information, that is exactly where the information is all in the ebook. Thanks so much for joining, you guys. It's been another Learning Live series Wednesday nights. Invite your friends, tell your friends all about it. Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.